Welcome to Culturally Appropriate, the podcast where we explore the stories, issues, and moments shaping our culture and our community. All right, you guys, if you grew up on R&B, then today's guest needs no introduction, but we're going to give him one anyways. From chart-topping hits to unforgettable roles on screen, he has been a staple in the culture. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the legendary Marques Houston.
Thank you very much. That was a great intro.
Thank you. Clock it. Clock it. Thank you, Marques, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
We grew up together. You're my play cousin.
Okay. Play cousins.
You're my play cousin.
That's cool. Okay.
Actually, you're my big cousin.
My big cousin.
I looked up to you.
I might be a little older.
Slightly.
Is that my phone? Sorry.
I do hear a phone. Hold for sound.
For sound.
Hold
My
for
bad.
sound.
My bad. Okay. I'm ready.
All good. All good. So many wonderful things going on. You've got the new announcement for the It's All Because of You experience.
Yes.
Launches April 25th at the Toyota Arena.
Yep.
What made you choose this title, and how is this experience different than previous tours?
Well, I think the title came really easy because, a lot of times I would hear like, oh, we love your music. When you going to get back into music, or when are we going to get a tour with? So I think it was really a no-brainer to go with All Because of You, because it's really about the fans and them wanting a show or some kind of, music and something like that. So it was really just, it's all because of y'all, it's you're the reason why I'm doing this.
Right. And you really do bring an experience. Like, you bring the romance, you bring the sexiness, you bring all the vibes.
Try to do all that.
You do. You do. All right. Now, speaking of experience and vibes, let's talk about this lineup.
Okay.
You curated quite the lineup.
We did. I'm really excited about
Tamar,
it.
you got Sammy, you got Day 26.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. What made you, and how did you decide who got to join you on this 2026 run?
I think it was about, when you say the word experience, you want it to be, factual to that. You want it to be an experience. Yeah. So for me, these are all people that I'm a fan of, that I love. Tamar Braxton, Day 26, Sammy, and of course, J Don, newcomer. So, these are all people that I listen to, and I enjoy their music and their shows and everything like that. So I wanted to do something that you kind of got I won't say, you can't say the best of both worlds, but the best of all worlds. Everybody brings something different.
Yes.
And I think it was important for a show or an experience to really, have the theme of just an overall entertaining show, kind of like an award show. Like, everybody brings it, an award show, like everybody tries to do their best. And I think with this, I wanted it to feel like an award show, kind of like, what I'm saying? Not like, oh, here's a whole bunch of opening acts, then here's the main act. It's not that. It's just everybody's coming with it. Everybody's bringing the thunder,
I love that. That's very creative.
Yeah.
We're creative, an award show. All right. So you are performing songs from every era. We've got Immature. We've got IMX. We've got your solo era.
Yeah.
Which songs from early on in your career have taken on a surprising new meaning, a new feel, now that you're performing it in the new year?
I would say all of them. Just every song has a different, it just brings back a different memory. Yeah. Not necessarily a specific memory, but just a different memory of a time that, what was I doing when Never Lie came out, or when Never Lie did come out, like, Immature, that catapulted our career. Like, we played it I think it was a radio station in Houston or something like that. We played it one time and it just blew up, and the rest is history. And all of a sudden fans are screaming, and we're just the biggest group. And, that era, then IMX, growing up and going from Immature with the little teeny bopper kids. Now we're trying to be some real teenagers, and we're trying to be sexy, and we trying to be
cool now.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we cool, too cool. But, you know what I'm saying? So all of the songs and all of the music, it takes me back as well. And that's another thing that I want it to be able to do, is take people back. Yeah. Take people back to what they were doing when they heard the song the first time. Or,
right.
Where they were in life when these songs came out. And I'm just trying to create a show that makes you just, at the end of it, you just like, oh man, I just feel like I just went through all my whole, history. Yeah. In this short amount of time. So
how do you balance out that staying true to those nostalgic moments? Yeah. Right. With your music.
Yeah.
and then integrating in that new sound. Is that a tough balance for
you?
you?
It is a tough balance because the nostalgic music is what people are there to see.
Right.
So you have to understand that, it's what they're there to see. But also the new music is, it can be incorporated into the old stuff. So you have to have a good balance.
Right.
Of, and of course it'll probably be, I have more older hits than I have newer hits and stuff like that because I haven't done music in so long. Mm-hmm. But, just got to keep a good balance, but make sure that you give the people what they're there to see.
Right. Yeah, I know you've been vocal about music being more of a passion project for you, and the movie business being the business, like kind of the money maker. Do you still kind of hold that sentiment, or where are you at in that space?
Not anymore. I think that at this point in my life, I won't even say at this point in my career, because I look at where I am in life now, and career comes second to that. Being a father, having children, of course, that's like, that changes you. And, the relationships I have with my family and friends are what's most important to me now. And that's what I focus on. Mm-hmm. So, with that, I would say the business of making music is a business as well. Mm-hmm. And the business of making movies is also a business. And now it's just how to navigate where I am in that space, mm-hmm. like, what I feel like doing at the moment. Cause you get to a point in your life, in your career, where you can pretty much, I have the pleasure to just be able to just do what I want and what I love. Yes. And what I love is entertain. So, or love to entertain. So whether it be movies, whether it be music, anything, dancing, whatever it is, I love to entertain. And I think all of it is just one now to me. Oh, it's just really entertainment.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Now, speaking of like this new era in your life, this fatherhood era, do you ever pause when you're making music now, or when you're coming up with a film concept? Like, wait, my kids are going to see this one day.
Yeah, you definitely.
You pause
as a father, you be like, yeah. So you got to be careful what you do and what you say, But I've always been careful on what I put out there, because like I said, it is entertainment, but there's also a certain standard that you have to hold yourself to, mm-hmm. when people are looking to you to entertain them. You don't ever want to go too far with something or not go far enough. So again, the word balance becomes very key to what you do with your career, because I grew up in the public eye, mm-hmm. so it's a little bit different. When you grow up in the public eye, you have all these eyeballs on you. You're expected to be perfect all the time. And my personality fits into that great, because I'm a person that likes to be perfect.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I like to do things perfect. I like to be known as like, oh, he's a good guy. He does everything right. You know what I'm saying? I was always that guy that wanted.
We could go down a whole psychological psychology conversation with that.
But I was always that guy. I was always the guy that had to be perfect at everything. So
how do you handle it when you're not perfect?
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No,
you have a tough time with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I make mistakes or anything like that, I just be like, oh man. But I also don't look at anything really as a mistake, because everything that I've done in my past, or everything that I've done or not done, has led me to this point. Yeah. And at this point in my life, I'm really, really happy where I'm at. So, I don't look back and say, oh man, I wish I wouldn't have did that. I just like, that was a lesson. I learned from it.
You've got some perspective.
Yeah, exactly. On everything. Yeah. You learn from everything,
mm-hmm.
even including the mistakes.
Yep. How do you balance and manage how much of your personal life you share to the public? Because you grew up, we grew up with you.
Yeah, see, that's something I had to learn. Okay. I had to learn to keep my personal life personal and private. And
that's gotta be tough.
It is tough, but then you get to a point where you're like, okay, enough. Y'all just don't need to know no more.
Y'all stay out my business.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody creates their own narrative with everything you do when it comes to your personal. And I just don't think with entertainment, it's not that serious. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't do that to somebody that you just met walking down the street or something like that. You're not going to know what they're doing, what's going on in their personal. You're not going to care. Yeah. So it's like, why do you care so much with that? And I get it. We have, we're on TV or film, and, people see us, and it's like they expect, they expect us to just be like, oh, because you're doing this, and we can do this, and we can have our opinion, and we can. But people are people.
Yeah.
And people have feelings.
And does that really grant us full access to all your business?
No,
it doesn't. I agree with that.
So I've learned to keep like I said, just my personal life is private.
Yeah.
And I don't talk about it.
But I think that's what makes it so cool, because when we do see you, it's really about your body of work.
Yeah.
We're really appreciating that. And it's not distracted, watered down by any drama or anything that people go through.
Yeah. And I try my best to really be a great person in real life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's, to me, that's most important, more important than even a career.
Yeah.
Is the people that actually know me as a good person.
Right.
And don't think I'm a jerk or I'm not arrogant or, egotistical or anything like that. It's just like, Marques is a good dude. Like, that's more important. That's the best compliment for me.
Yeah.
For people that actually know me.
Good character.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's get into these films.
Okay.
All right, your latest film, Twin,
is
set to release on the 23rd.
Yes.
Okay. What made this particular story the right story to tell right now? I saw the trailer.
So Twin is probably not what everybody's expecting from the trailer.
Really?
I will say that.
Okay. So it's a plot twist.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I'm excited.
It's one of those you have to see it. And when you see it, you're going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like the average, thriller that's like, it's definitely not predictable.
Not predictable.
Not predictable.
Who's in that? You got Drew Sidora.
We got Chrissy.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is in the movie?
You do so many films.
So many movies. I just know
you're
Drew,
pumping them out.
Yeah, I just know Drew and Chrissy.
Okay.
They did their thing. It's very, very light cast. It's not a lot of cast members in it.
Not a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're good with these one-word films. You did Twin. You also had Run in 2025, which was a urban sci-fi.
Yes.
Urban sci-fi. Will we see more of that? Coming from Footage Films.
We discuss Run 2, so certain things like that. But, I think that was a very unique movie that it's not easy to create urban sci-fi. And I think we did well with creating that and making it believable.
You did very well.
Will it be? Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Man. Will it be a part 2? We don't know.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
I want to see it. Let's talk about the group. All right. So you guys grew up in front of the world. There's been, with groups, there's dynamics. There's different personality clashes.
Yeah.
How have you guys overcome that? I feel like male groups do a real good job of overcoming it.
Have we overcome? No.
Have you?
I'm just playing.
What's team? What's team?
You know what? I think when you're in a group, you like brothers, right?
Yeah.
It's family. Families are gonna fight. They're gonna not get along. Then they're gonna get along, and us as a dynamic. I think it was easier for us because it was 3, so always was kind of balanced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At certain point, it's never you can't really team. It's like it could be 2 against 1, but not really, because then these 2 are gonna agree on something that these 2 won't. So I felt like the triangle element of our group always kept us close.
Okay.
Because we were like, if it's 2 on 2, then it's like you could pair off and these 2 could be closer to these. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like that, but I always felt like the odd number kind of kept us cool.
Who was the leader?
I would say I probably was.
You're the leader.
I have a leader personality,
Leader.
just by nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I was the leader of our personalities. Okay. I know Rome was probably the most famous at our peak and immature, definitely. But I was like the leader of of our group. If we were just brothers, I would have been like the big brother.
Big bro.
Yeah.
Big bro. Okay. Yeah. Love that. How's everything now these days with y'all?
We don't really talk every day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're 3 different men on completely different playing fields.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what happens when you grow. We all have families of our own, and we all kind of just do our own thing, and just that's just where we are right now.
But when you see each other's love,
all the time.
Yeah, I love that. All right, so looking back as the kid who started with Chris Stokes back in '92, what's one piece of advice that you give yourself about the marathon of the entertainment industry and your career?
I would tell my younger self, just do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again. Yeah. Whatever you did it right. Ooh. So do it again.
That's powerful. Same way. No regrets.
I
love that. Yeah. That's very powerful. All right. Lastly, any future projects that you want to tell us about?
Well, I have an album that I'm working on, and it'll be released probably this summer.
Okay.
Summertime. Be ready for y'all.
What's the vibe?
The vibe is just me. It's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
I always love to write about different stories, different, content. That's, I'm also a film writer. So, I like to be creative with my music as well. And I like it to feel cinematic, if that even makes sense.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like a cinematic music,
yeah.
if I like my albums to kind of be like movies and be so kind of detailed to where you can just kind of sit back and you can envision what's going on. So, it's definitely like a visual music album.
Well, I can't wait to see the visuals that come along with the album.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
So what's been your inspiration, like while you've been in the studio?
Just I'm inspired by stories that I hear. Like I love to talk.
Yeah.
Obviously. And I love to be talked to. I love to listen to people talk and tell me their stories and everything. So my music is always inspired by real life. Even if it's not my story, it's still inspired by real life. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not to put you on the spot, but give me your top 5 R&B legends, solo acts or groups, living or dead.
Okay, so Michael Jackson is automatically number 1.
Automatically.
Boyz II Men. Mm-hmm. James Brown.
Okay.
New Edition.
Okay.
And it's number 5. Prince.
Oh, solid. That's solid. That's
solid.
Anything else you want to share with fans before we go?
That's it. I'm really excited about this show. Mm-hmm. April 25th. Everybody come on down, man, and experience this experience with me.
Yes.
Toyota Arena. And I'm excited about the album. I'm excited about Footage Films and where we're going with our films. And Twin, make sure you check that out. And, we just going.
Twin. I'm excited for you. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to try to make it out to the show. That's my birthday weekend.
Okay.
So that actually works out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works out well.
All right.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Marques.
Thanks for having me. Hey, everybody. I'm Marques Houston, and you just been buzzed.